Thank you so much for coming in today, Grant. Welcome to the studio. We're so happy to have you.
Yes, it's going to be awesome having you here.
Glad to be here.
Yes. Okay. So first things first, one of your big things this year is that you're a drum major of our marching band. So what was that process like? Was that something you always wanted to do or that just kind of like happened? What was the process like becoming drum major?
Well, I've always known that I mean, ever since I started marching in my freshman year, I knew I wanted to do it. I started out marching trombone, and that was fun, and it was a lot of fun. My junior year, I was section leader, but every year they have auditions for drum majors, and it is very extensive. It's not like the regular leadership, because regular leadership, you just like fill out an application and do a project, stuff like that. But for drum major, they have a clinic, and it's a week long.
Oh, wow.
And then at the end of the clinic, they hold auditions, and in the audition, it's just you standing on a podium in front of the directors, some of the staff, and then the past head drum major. So I'll be doing that next year.
Oh,
but
that's cool.
You conduct like a piece that you prepared that they choose for you, and then you call stand tunes.
Oh my gosh.
So they'll give you like a football scenario, and you have to give like a corresponding stand tune because they all like correlate. Like there's offense, defense, touch, like all that.
So you have to understand football and music.
Yes. and then they'll just give you a stand tune to call, and you have to know all the tempos. And then they interview you.
No pressure
Oh, wow.
at all.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I've done it every year because if you want to get on their radar, you have to do it every year. But this past year, I was definitely the most prepared.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was that transition like going into the role, starting band camp, all that?
I remember the first like wake up call was rookie camp, and that was May of my junior year. But that was like the wake up call because that was the first time I'd ever been in drum major because like all the new members were coming to the high school and learning, and like I remember being so stressed because I didn't know anything, and they kind of they like assume like, oh, you're drum major now, you know. But like I did not know. I didn't know. I had to get the ladders. I had to know how to conduct the music. But it was definitely like a jump in the deep end. But after that, it was relatively smoother.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Did you
awesome.
always know that you wanted to do music and like performing?
I did not actually, because my family is so like sports. They're all sports and huge baseball. Like my
Same
brother.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother plays at the University of Southern Miss.
Oh,
and so he's like a
cool.
big baseball person, and my family's always been baseball. And my family's never done music. Like literally my only family member that's done music is my grandma, and she marched
wow.
clarinet in high school, and that was like it.
Oh, wow.
So I was really the first. Middle school, I wasn't like super into it. I liked it. But then when I got to high school, I like dived in, and I definitely knew that that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then where, like, do you think, like, coming from a young age, you could kind of see that, like, start of, like, wanting to perform and be on stage? Because you're also into, like, singing and stuff as well.
Now, I've definitely been the performer character of my family, like, always. Like, me and my brother, like, it's a joke that me and my brother are the complete opposite of each other because he's, like, an introvert, and I'm just, like, the biggest extrovert ever.
Yeah.
So it definitely makes sense that I went into music and decided to be a performer.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite performing moments, whether from band or from singing? Or
I think my favorite was my second Christmas jazz concert. So my sophomore year, that was the first time I ever sang publicly.
Oh, wow.
I sang Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And that was like just really awesome because I'd never done it before.
I remember
And
that.
Yes, she was there.
I was.
And it was really awesome because it was like, it opened this new realm of like not just playing instruments. Like now I can sing too. So it really like made me like music even more.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just a whole new world of possibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Christmas.
Yes. Yes. And now you're in Pinnacle too, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been different. Like, in band, like it's definitely more rhythmically challenging and like there's harder notes and time signatures and all that kind of stuff. But in choir, it's not as rhythmically challenging, but you are the instrument and you have to make the pitches. So
Yeah.
it's just different in that regard.
That's
so they're
really
just
cool.
now that I'm in both, I can say that they're difficult in their own regard and one's not harder than the other,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's just different.
Yeah. And I think it's so cool you can combine them too. Like at the
Right.
talent show when you were playing the
know.
trombone and then you just swapped up and started singing. Everybody was like, wait, what? Like, that's crazy.
I was talking to Dover about it, and I like, as a joke, I was like, well, what if I sang like this song and like, oh, well, what would I do during the like instrumental break? And he's like, just play it on your trombone. I was like, oh, okay. And then I just figured it out. But it was
Yeah.
cool.
It was
Yeah,
awesome.
It was really cool to watch.
Yeah. That was also a highlight of this year, the
Yeah.
talent show.
How do you keep up with being involved in so many things?
My calendar is my saving grace. I had to like move away from my family calendar because I needed to keep up with like my SOAR activities and my clubs and all the things. But like I've also had to like cancel certain things because I do a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I make time for what's important.
Yeah. Are you team digital calendar or paper calendar?
Both. Because like I like to do paper because it just calms me. Because if I'm doing it on my phone, it's like, oh my gosh, I have all these things to do. But then when I'm writing it down,
Yes.
it's like, oh, that's not too bad. So I like to
Yeah.
do both. But
That's-
lately, I've just been doing digital.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
easy when it's just
Yeah.
right in your pocket.
So aside from music, what else are you involved in at the school? I know like clubs and stuff.
Oh gosh. I do SGA. I'm the executive council reporter.
Oh, wow.
So I do some of the social media stuff. And then I'm a peer helper. And I do Big
Awesome.
Brother, Big Sister. So we go over to the intermediate
Yes.
school every Tuesday.
That's
and that's
so
a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Key Club too. Do stuff with that. STEM Club. I'm the social media person for STEM Club too.
Love it.
And I'm not even a big STEM person. I just like to.
Yeah.
The club is fun. My
Yeah.
friend Evan Pang founded it last
wow.
year. So it's kind of a tribute to him too.
That's
Yeah, that's
fun.
awesome.
And then I think that's all the clubs that I forget. I have I have to look at my group me's to like
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like the group me reminders before the meetings are always what saves me.
Yeah.
Yes.
How was
Yeah.
it being homecoming king this year?
Oh, it was like surreal because it was like I remember walking down during the pep rally and like I had to like take off my whistle and like take a break, and then I just remember when they announced it, like the band like erupted.
Yeah.
And it was
Yes.
just so cool that like so many people like cared enough to just be so happy for me.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
And I remember when I got back into the stands, Dr. Bender was like the most happiest, and he like took a selfie with me. He was so happy, and it was really fun.
That's
That is
so
awesome.
sweet. Yeah.
And that the game that night, that was definitely my favorite game because I got to wear the crown instead of my like
Yes.
Shaco, and it was
Yes.
it was a really cool experience.
That's,
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
I bet
this-
homecoming week was busy for you.
Oh my gosh, yes. It was like that Friday we had the talent show, and then the parade,
Yes.
It was-
Oh yeah.
and then straight to the pep rally, and then like an hour break, and then we went to the game.
Oh my
Putting
gosh.
It was like-
so many different hats.
Yeah,
that
it
week.
was like it was a long day, but like
Yeah.
it was probably my favorite day this whole year. It was
That's
like
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah. And then wake up the next day and go to homecoming.
Yes,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it was, and I think the dance this year was my favorite dance.
Yeah.
I don't know what about it, but it was just really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I know you mentioned earlier you have kind of a Christmas obsession. So tell us a little bit about that, where it started, what Christmas time is like for you.
I genuinely don't know where it started. I've just always loved Christmas. Like I, like as like a 2-year-old, I would get maybe not 2, but like as a really young child, I would like be the most excited. I would like decorate my room as like a 5-year-old. Like I don't know, something about
I
it. I
love
just love
that.
Christmas. But like I got my Christmas stuff out for this year. I haven't decorated yet because I've been doing things, but
We'll get there.
Hey,
I got it out, and like the I think I have like 3 tubs just for my room.
Oh
like
my gosh.
I pride myself on decorating my room.
Yes.
It
And
always
I
looks
don't know.
amazing.
Thank you. Yes. It's I don't know, it's just I just love Christmas.
That's
and
awesome.
band Christmas. Like we play
Christmas
so much
music.
Christmas stuff, and now with choir also doing that.
Yeah.
So it's just a busy time of year, but it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So true. Yes. And then I know the question that like every high school senior gets, what's next? What's coming?
I just decided like like a week ago that I'm going to go to Auburn and I'm rooming with Cannon, Russell, and Jacob Minoski.
Love
and
it.
like we already signed our lease on our apartment.
That's
like
awesome.
we're good to go. But I'm definitely going to do the band there. And I want to maybe be drum major one day there.
That'd be so
That's
exciting.
far down the road though. I'm ready to march again though and play because I do
Yeah.
miss playing with the band and the marching.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to major in music education.
That's going to be awesome.
So it's going to be a lot of music, but I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So hoping to be a music teacher one day?
Yes, a band director, maybe.
Love
But we'll see. I just know that I want to do music. And I've always known, I've kind of had an inkling I want to teach. So when my passion for music, like, got so to where it is now, and then I was like, but I can also teach. So
Yeah.
it's kind of the
that's
best of both
really
worlds.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you do also play the saxophone. Where did that come from? Like, what brought you to bring a totally different instrument from what?
Play is a strong word. I know how to play it. My going into my freshman year, I literally don't know what possessed me to do this, but I was like, I want to learn how to play the saxophone, and I'll play it in jazz band. And so going into my freshman year, I took lessons and like bought someone's old saxophone and made it into the jazz B. I was like last chair, like not good at it because like everyone else has been playing for a long time, but it was fun. I mean, I'm not as good at it anymore, but I just try to learn as many instruments as I can now.
Yeah.
And
that's
like
really cool.
the saxophone correlates with a lot of other instruments like
Yeah.
fingering positions and like how to use the reed, stuff like that.
Do you think that helped you gain a better understanding about being drum major, knowing
Yes.
different
Oh my
areas
gosh,
of
yes.
instrument?
Oh, wow.
Like because the saxophone is in a different clef. I don't know if that but like
Yeah.
it's like when I would teach for drum major, like I would have to teach sometimes and like some people wouldn't know their notes, and so I'd have to be like, well, this is treble clef, this is the saxophone, and then like for woodwinds I'd know like how they're supposed to have their mouth because I've done
Yeah.
it before. So it definitely helped a lot.
Yeah.
And like I also do piano, so like piano helps me with bass and treble, so it's just like all melts together and helps a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
awesome that you just was like, hey, maybe I should do this. And
Yeah.
then just jumped right into it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to keep doing it, but I also wanted to like get really good at my main trombone. So I just decided to go full send on that.
Yeah.
But I
That's
still have the saxophone. I'll play it here and there, but
Yeah.
it's not. Play is a strong word.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in today.
yeah.
We're so glad we could fit into your
I know.
schedule.
I
We
love
had a great
talking.
time.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've loved
we had a
getting
great
to know
time
you a
talking
little
to
bit
you.
better.
Yeah, of course.
That's
Well, thank
awesome.
y'all.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah.